The City Council opens their public hearing on the MBTA Communities Act. Both candidates in the race for the District 2 Governor's Council seat make their final case leading up to Election Day, and a look at what local groups are doing to combat food insecurity ahead of the holiday season. I'm Brendan Fitzpatrick, and this is The Frame, Framingham News in Focus. Hi, and welcome to The Frame, an initiative of Access Framingham. We start right back with the MBTA Communities Act this week, as the City Council began their public hearing on the matter on Tuesday, October 29th. Local officials continue to navigate the city's compliance with the state law, which mandates that communities with MBTA service have to offer at least one zoning district by right for multifamily housing, with cities and towns not in compliance running the risk of losing state funding for local projects. A reminder that Framingham could fall out of compliance by year's end. The Planning Board's own public hearing wrapped up on October 17th as the group recommended reducing zoning in the proposed Knobscot and Saxonville overlay districts. More than 100 people were either lined up to speak or listening during Tuesday's City Council hearing, both in person at the Memorial Building and online. Some expressed an openness to Framingham contributing to a potential solution to a statewide housing issue by spreading the zoning out across the city, while others continued to express concerns about potential effects like infrastructure, community character, and education, while echoing the desire to seek credit for housing units that have gone up across the city in recent years.
I think we have to recognize that the world's changing. There are a whole lot more people in the world, and whether in Framingham, the state or the world, the people are already here, and we need to deal with that. And frankly, it's part of our thriving community. We need to rethink the way we think about zoning and about housing.
And all I keep hearing is that Framingham has to do its share. We've been doing our share every year. So I still sit there and say, go back and respectfully say no until we get a credit.
Prior to their deliberation and decision on the final zoning plan, the City Council voted to continue the public hearing at the Memorial Building this upcoming Monday, November 4th at 7 p.m. From there, councilors could either accept, reject, or amend the current recommendations before them, or even re-advertise the matter to the public in order to seek new land parcels for zoning. That would essentially restart the process from scratch as the end of 2024 approaches. We're just a few days away from Election Day as we record this episode of The Frame, and Framingham voters are either getting their early ballots in, sending their votes through the mail, or preparing to visit the polls on Tuesday, November 5th. The race for the White House, of course, tops the ballot this year, but local residents are also poised with a choice for the District 2 seat on the Massachusetts Governor's Council. Members of that body consult the governor on certain legal matters and provide recommendations on decisions such as judicial appointments and pardons. Tamisha Civil is the Democratic Party's candidate for the Governor's Council seat in District 2, while Frank Crimmins Jr. is the GOP nomination for the position. Both candidates visited our studio recently to give their final pitch to Framingham voters.
We want to have someone on the Governor's Council that nominates judges who have the same ideology as our constituents that we are serving.
You need people that know what the whole system is about to get the best people in that system. That's why I submit myself.
You can watch our full interviews with both Civil and Crimmins Jr. by visiting our website, www.theframe.news. There you can also find our latest written stories along with feature pieces that we've completed across Framingham. Be sure to tell your neighbors about the latest source for local information. Also, follow us on social media. Our Instagram and X accounts can be found at @FrameNews_. Access Framingham's YouTube channel also has those full Governor's Council interviews along with full episodes of The Frame. Hit the bell icon to be notified of all new uploads. Find us on Facebook too, just by searching for The Frame. Now, with Election Day just around the corner, a reminder that you can log on to the City Clerk and Elections page on framinghamma.gov to find your polling location. There you can type in your address to find your precinct and voting spot ahead of Tuesday. Polls in Framingham will be open on Election Day from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Some local infrastructure notes now, as Framingham drivers should be advised of an upcoming traffic closure along Route 9. City officials announced on Monday, October 27th, that emergency maintenance has to be conducted on the CSX train tracks that span across Route 9 within the city, causing the railroad company to apply for a permit with MassDOT to shut Route 9 down both ways. That work is tentatively slated to take place the weekend of November 9th and 10th, as city and state officials are working on a plan to manage traffic whenever that work is carried out. Local leaders noted more details on the closure will be made public prior to the project. We're a couple weeks away from the inaugural Access Film Festival here in Framingham. The all-day event on Saturday, November 16th at our Access Framingham studios and the Village Hall by the Center Common will feature workshops, networking opportunities with local filmmakers, film screenings from a wide range of artists and genres, and awards presentations. Co-founder of the festival, Diana Porter, who's also an actor and filmmaker, spoke with us about the importance of this showcase event within the Metro West region.
I think very often when people think of filmmaking, they think of LA, they think of New York, they think of Atlanta. Massachusetts specifically has a vibrant filmmaking community. We have a number of films that are specifically from Metro West. So it's a really wonderful opportunity for people to see what arts are happening right in their community.
That full interview can be found on our website as well as AFTV's channel on YouTube. To buy your tickets for the Access Film Festival on November 16th, you can visit www.accessfram.tv. And finally this week, a preview of our Frame by Frame segment. The Kids in Paws for a Cause Halloween Parade was held last Sunday, the 26th. Through the event, the local nonprofit organization Daniel's Table was able to collect 550 pounds of food donations for families in need. As the holiday season approaches, we spoke with Daniel's Table's Executive Director Sandra Montesino and Paul Mina, the President and CEO of the United Way of Tri-County, about the efforts being taken within the Metro West area to combat food insecurity.
The holiday season, what comes to mind more than gathering with family and friends and eating and sharing a meal? And that causes a lot of added stress for families.
There are more hungry people in the Metro West 495 corridor today than there have been ever before. But it's not because we're not feeding them.
To watch that entire Frame by Frame segment, you can visit our website, theframe.news, or you can head to Access Framingham's YouTube channel. Initiatives to curb local food insecurity don't stop with efforts made by Daniel's Table, as the South Middlesex Opportunity Council is teaming up with the Celebration International Church in Wayland to take part in Operation Turkey Express ahead of Thanksgiving, which you can learn more about by scanning the QR code on your screen now. Full turkey dinners for those in need in the Metro West region are being provided through the project. SMOC clients and anyone else interested in this offering can visit their Bishop Street site for more information from a church representative. They'll be at SMOC's headquarters from 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. this upcoming Monday, November 4th, as well as Tuesday, November 12th. November 17th is the deadline to register for Operation Turkey Express, with meals being handed out on November 23rd. That's all for this week's Framingham News in Focus. For the entire team here at The Frame, thanks for tuning in. I'm Brendan Fitzpatrick. We'll talk to you next week. Take care.